How y'all doing? Sorry, I'm late. We're like I said, we're writing the song and trying to get it all hammered out and hammered out. Is that right? Hammered
Is this
away.
a song
Yeah.
for you?
Uh, no, it's one of my buddies, Shy Carter. You guys know Shy Carter?
Can't say I do.
Well,
Do you,
you
Tara?
need to, man. You need to get on that
Okay.
Shy. Carter.
I'll listen to it as soon as we get off here.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's great. Dude. Let me fix this. Hold on, guys. I don't want to make you nauseous or whatever, but this is not right. Give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna make it so that you guys don't. Hey, what the hell is Frank doing over there?
Singers, musicians with technology.
I'm the worst. I am literally the worst at it. During like COVID and all that stuff, I couldn't figure it out. Everyone was doing all the live sessions and things like that, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it well.
Oh.
But yeah,
Okay.
Shy is he's an incredible artist and an incredible writer. He's written a bunch of songs like for Kane Brown. He wrote Heaven.
Oh, nice.
He wrote oh gosh, what's the other one? I want to say Good As You. Maybe I just want to be good as you.
Yeah, know that one.
He wrote Beer With My Friends that Kenny Chesney has out with Old Dominion right now.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
He wrote Stuck Like Glue for Sugarland. I mean, he's just written.
Ooh,
That's
a good
my
one.
favorite line dance that I do, and they have to play it every time I am at my bar. Like, no matter what, they know if I go up there, you got to play it. So, love it.
100%. Yeah. So he's great, and he's an incredible singer himself and a great artist. Check out his music. Get a chance. He's great.
Heck yeah.
Absolutely. And you're about to go on tour with Old Dominion, aren't you?
Yeah, and that's something, man. Yeah,
That's exciting, dude.
Before we keep going, is it better if I put AirPods in, or you guys? This is cool like this.
We hear you fine. You're
okay. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had always wanted a tour with Old Dominion, and they were always at the top of my list. And it just worked out that coming to Nashville and hanging out with the people from Whiskey Jam and kind of making a good impression on them. I had no idea that they had intentions of doing like a Whiskey Jam tour with Old Dominion. And so it just goes to show that being here in Nashville and being in the community, like opportunities are always there, and you just got to make the most of it. And so it kind of worked out that the artist that I had on top of my list, I get to tour with now. It's pretty cool.
That's
awesome,
so
dude.
cool.
Very happy for you.
How long have you been doing the Whiskey Jam? Like, when was your first performance?
Oh, I want to say maybe 2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 years ago, towards the end, or maybe it was 2021. I don't know. It hasn't been that long, which goes to show you again, like, the music industry moves relatively slow, and so when things happen like that and they happen that quickly at the speed of light, you jump on them. So it's been pretty cool. But Whiskey Jam's awesome. They're just a great network and a great community, and it's great bringing the fans and the artists and songwriters and everyone together and just celebrating country music. And it's just a really, really cool time.
Yeah, I've been once and I was in love, and so I can't wait to go back to Nashville again. I'm like,
it's the best. You never know, because they are doing it. They do them every Monday, right? And you think like, who comes out on a Monday? And they pack it out every time.
It's packed. Like, I mean, I was like shoulder to shoulder. Dustin Lynch came, and I think it was his birthday, and they were all singing to him. And I'm just like, this is a normal thing. This is so cool.
Yeah, it's awesome. Music City. They call it that for a reason, I guess.
How are you back in Nashville right now? I just saw you play the Grizzly Rose.
I am, man. I actually, if I look a little haggard, it's because I got in about 3:30 this morning. So we drove all night. We had a show with Grizzly Rose in Denver on Friday, and then we went to Cheyenne, Wyoming on Saturday. And so we drove from Wyoming to back to Nashville through the night, and which was good, but it was my birthday yesterday.
Wow,
happy birthday.
Thank you. No, I really don't care about it anymore. I mean, I celebrate all the highlights, right? I did 18, I did 21, I did 30, and I'm like, all right, I'm good. I'm set till I hit 40 or something. But yeah, it was, it's not the ideal way to spend a birthday, but my wife and I and my whole family, we are all kind of just accustomed to celebrating all these special occasions on our own time. So sometimes we'll do Thanksgiving differently. We'll do Christmas another time, just because it never really falls on the day that it's supposed to. And I'm always on the road or something. So we make it work.
Do you have any kind of birthday plans that you're going to do this upcoming week, or not really?
No. I think with my wife so close to giving birth to our third baby. I want to keep it chill. I want to be home. I want to be there for. There's no need. Plus, I get drunk all the time at shows, so it doesn't matter.
Do you even remember playing at Honky Tonk?
Oh God, dude. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. But yeah, they're few far in between. But they all kind of merge together. All the shows are just a giant blur of just music and fun.
So Tara, Frank plays at Honky Tonk, and it was an incredible show. But our friends are literally just feeding them his entire band shots. Like they are just coming up with entire trays of shots. I don't know. I think you took maybe like 4 shots of like tequila or whiskey during the show when you're drinking Millers, and it was a hell of a time. People are still talking about that night at Honky Tonk to this day, and
That's
like
great.
everybody at Honky Tonk like loves you. Like it was an incredible night.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, I really hope to come back, and that people usually when they send you shots, they think they're the only ones doing it, and I'm like, no, we've had shots prior to the show, we'll have shots after the show, and before you know it, I have to be escorted out.
Oh my goodness! Have you ever been to Austin then?
Yeah, I've been to Austin several times.
Really, where?
Oh gosh, the first time this is really dating me, but Chug and Monkey and the Dizzy Rooster are little they're like these little dive bars on the strip somewhere, and what was 6th Street down there?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so yeah, little dive bars there. I played. Is the Rustic down there? Or is that in Dallas?
In Houston.
Yeah. Okay. See, they all just blur together. I'm telling you.
Right.
Texas, mine. But yeah, no, I played a couple of shows in Austin, and hopefully we get to go back. It's kind of crazy to think that I kind of started my career in Texas, and I rarely go there now.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I don't.
You gotta come. You gotta come and perform at my dance hall then, because they have performances all the time. It's so huge. It's so cool, and it would be like amazing to dance to your songs live.
I'm all about. Yeah, say when, and we'll be there. We make it. We'll make it happen.
Oh, I love it. What has been your favorite performance you've ever done?
Ooh. That's a loaded question. That's a great question.
According to YouTube, probably the Grand Ole Opry. I watched those interviews, and that seemed to be a full circle moment for you.
It is. Yeah, you know what? That does top everything. My debut at the Grand Ole Opry was on November 6th of 2021, and there's so many memorable things about it, but probably one of the most memorable was the fact that my dad's birthday is on that date. And so when I found out that I was playing, I called him up and I said, "Hey, Pops, I'm bringing you to National." And he goes, "Cool, what the hell for?" And I said, "Well, I'm making my debut at the Grand Ole Opry." And he was tickled pink. It was so awesome. So the fact that I had not just my dad, everybody and their mother came, and I'm Mexican, so we rolled. And the interview, I said that in the interview, dude, we had so many comp tickets to the point where the Opry was nervous. They're like, "Who the hell is this guy? Like, why does he need so many tickets?"
Got a big family.
I know, yeah, but it was great because I couldn't have scripted it any better. You know, it was the perfect debut. It ended in a huge standing ovation, and they've invited me back now 6 times, and so I'm going to keep going back. You never think. You always think that that's like the pinnacle, right? And then maybe that's it. That's the moment, but. I never would have thought that I'd be playing in that circle, much less going back several times. And now that I know that that's an attainable thing, I'm gonna just keep going back until they kick me out, or till my name winds up on one of those placards and they put it up on the wall. That'd be cool.
Oh, that's so awesome. I know, like, the Opry is such like a huge thing, and so that's so cool.
It is. It's crazy too. So we actually, the 5th time that we played there, my manager surprised me with the gender reveal. So we were supposed to do the gender reveal for our baby on Sunday. And he's like, "Well, you got to perform at the Opry on Saturday." I said, "Okay, cool." Well, we had everyone on standby. We had a Zoom link and everything. We're going to get all the family together from New Mexico and we in California and everywhere. Everyone's spread out. And we were going to have this big gender reveal on Sunday. And he surprised me. He was like, "Hey, I know you think the party's tomorrow, but it's today. It's happening right now." So they did this big old countdown of the Opry, and or at the Opry, and it was a girl, and my dad was hoping so bad that we would have a boy, and So we're scrambling right before it hits social media. We're calling everybody, and I called my dad and said, "Hey, it's a girl," and he goes, "Shit." Right. And I said, "What's wrong?" And he goes, "Man, well, I just wanted someone to, I want to carry on the family name and this and that. We need another boy. Nothing but girls in this family." And I said, "Pops," I said, I want you to listen to this." I said, I'm calling you from backstage at the Grand Ole Opry where I just played. I said, "I don't know what the hell more you want me to do for the family name."
I mean, you got a point there.
Yeah. Are y'all gonna keep trying?
No.
Yeah. Now, mind you, my mom has 5 sisters. She's the 5th out of 6. They kept trying for a boy, and they owned a farm, so they kept trying, and he kept pumping out chicks every single time.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, man. I think I was just destined to be a girl dad. I'm totally fine with it. I love being a girl dad. I just with my luck, if we did try again, it would be another girl. And quite frankly, my poor wife, she holds the fort down, and she does an incredible job. She's an incredible mother, but I mean, that'd take a toll on anybody, especially me being on the road so much. So I don't want to burden her with another kid on top of that.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to ask you about your wife because I listened to some videos on YouTube about you getting to the Grand Ole Opry, and you really credited your wife for really pushing you to start your music career. Because I think all your fans know that, hey, you were a police officer, you quit doing that. So, like, were you playing shows, on the weekends when you were a police officer? And did you not have the confidence to, quit? Or I know you had a child, I think, just at the same time, so you wanted that steady income versus starting a new career. So what all really went into that decision, and what did your wife really do for you to lead you to really start your career?
Yeah, man. I mean, that's pretty much it. I was scared to death because anybody that you find your comfort zone, and you don't want to step out of that circle, right? And like you said, I just wanted that steady income. I wanted to make sure that we were taken care of. I wanted to provide for my family first and foremost. But my wife was just like, "Listen, we don't need a lot to survive." And she's like, "And if we have to, we'll eat ramen for as long as we need to." And she was just like, this is what you love to do. I've seen you. I know this is what you want to do." And she's like, and the worst that could happen is that, it doesn't work out and you can go back to law enforcement. She's like, "We're not going to put that out in the universe, but that's the absolute worst that can happen." And so I was just like, okay, well, I'm going to give it a shot. But had she not said that, had she not given me her blessing and just had my back, I probably wouldn't have done it. I felt like the window for me to be an artist had already closed, especially because I was 30. And I just had this preconceived notion that there's this time frame that, nobody wants to watch a 30-year-old shaking it, I guess, on stage. They want to see
yes, we do.
They want to see all the youth. Well, see, I didn't know that. I just thought that I was just like, man, I maybe past my prime here. I don't know if I can keep up. My knees hurt. It's the whole thing.
Shit. My knee hurts right now. You ain't lying, bro.
I know, man. So it was just one of those things where, but everybody seemed to have all the confidence in the world in my ability to perform, and they rubbed off on me, and here I am.
And now, so when you guys met, though, did she know that you had like the passion for music, or did you kind of introduce that to her after y'all were a little bit more solidified as a couple? When did she know that's like, no, this is a huge passion of mine type of thing?
No, she knew that that's what I love to do. The interesting thing, and I guess the thing that I knew right out of the gate that like she was a real winner, is that she could probably give a crap less if I could sing or not. She liked me for me, and that's a really cool thing, because most people or most relationships that I'd been at that point really liked the idea that I was sort of this little this singer, and I don't know, it's just weird. She didn't care about that. She just wanted me to be happy. And so I knew that I had a real winner on my hands, and it just I feel bad for her, because first she was married to a cop, and now a musician, now top tier musician. I was just like, this girl can't catch a break, man. Couldn't she's like, probably thinks all the time, couldn't I just marry like an accountant or something?
But does she ever get to go on the road with you guys, or do you make it a point to like let the family experience the road life a bit, or not as much?
Not as much. She's done it a couple of times, and it's not as glamorous as people think. Life on the road, right? You're just living out of a suitcase and from hotel to hotel, and then you really just kind of spend your time with the green room. And so, you know, with our family and all, we just hopefully with this Old Dominion tour, you know, she'll get to come out and experience something that's a little more structured than us just going in and having tequila shots left and right at the so yeah, hopefully that'll be the case, but we'll see. Like I said, with a new baby coming soon, and my youngest daughter in kindergarten right now, I mean, it's just a matter of trying to balance out all these different schedules, and we'll see.
Yeah, that is a lot of schedules.
It is. Yeah, it is.
Now, was there a certain moment where you felt vindicated that you made the right decision to switch those careers?
Yeah, man, I think it was playing. It wasn't a particular moment, but it was a fact that I wasn't that we, you know, I was still providing for my family, just playing music every night, and I was like, well, this is successful. You know, this is my definition of success has changed from when I was 18. I wanted to be Garth Brooks flying across Texas Stadium. You know what I mean? On a wire or something. Just thinking like you.
Hey, still got time.
Yeah, we still got time, and trust me, I'll do it. But I think,
hey, if you got that planned, I need you to message me and let me know. I will come out of Texas and I will be there for that.
I will most definitely, man. But yeah, man, I think the fact that I'm just able to go out there and perform and put some food on the table is all I really want to accomplish. You know, if that's all I do, it's not all I want to accomplish, but if that's all I do, I know that it's been a success.
What other things do you want to do though?
Ooh, I want to fly across Texas Stadium.
Okay.
No, I definitely listen. This whole thing has become so much bigger than me because the representation for Hispanic artists hasn't been great in country music for a long time.
Yeah.
And so that's for me to really make an impact in country music. I feel like we need to make it to all the award shows, and we need to get some hardware under our belts. You know what I mean? Just to be able to show people that, hey, this is an attainable goal, and you can do it. People from my community, people are just like, you know, they can look at me and say, you know, Frank is an inspiration, and that's what I'm striving to do. So if we can rack up some ACMs or some CMAs or some AMAs or Grammys, whatever it is, those are all things that in the world that I'm in now aren't so far-fetched ideas. And so I'm going to try to do that and just keep on touring. You know, it's going to be great. It's going to be a good time.
What are you most looking forward to with Old Dominion though?
Tequila. we drink the same tequila, which is really cool. We actually partnered up with a tequila company called Cantera Negra, and actually found them through Old Dominion, through a guy that we were working with. He does a product placement here, CMS Nashville, and he was working with them, and he talked about it. He's like, Old Dominion's with these guys, and then it worked out that the company reached out to me and they said, hey, I'm in Nashville right now as a CEO. And he goes, I'm in Nashville. Can I bring you over some product to try? And I said, that is a stupid question. Of course you can. So he came over to the house, and ironically, we were making tacos, just checking off all the stereotypes. And but he came over and we, you know, started that relationship, and my manager struck a good deal with him. And so you know, it's just really cool that we get to have Old Dominion and I, aside from the music and stuff, have these other hobbies. Like we really don't just drink tequila for the sake of getting drunk, right? We really like I don't want to call us connoisseurs by any means, right? But there is an art to the different tequila that are produced, and so it'd just be kind of cool to sit and talk about that. But I'd be lying if I said that I didn't hope to maybe snag a right with one of them, you know, one of the founding members of Old Dominion. They're just incredible writers. And we're going to be spending a lot of time on the road. So I hope that an opportunity like that presents itself. And that's what I'm most looking forward to.
Ooh, that would be amazing. Like,
yeah,
their lyricism and everything just like so good when you listen. So good.
Oh gosh, it makes me feel like such an amateur. It's so crazy. They're so good. But we're playing a lot of great venues too outside of all that. I mean, there's so much to look forward to, but like playing Red Rocks and going to Canada and playing different arenas and stuff over there. It's just really, really cool. We're going to go down.
Are y'all going to be on the East Coast at all?
Yeah, I think so. But it is.
I would love to come check on the show.
it is a very northern based tour from what I remember.
Okay.
But there's a lot of, but yeah, I think we'll have some East Coast shows.
So no Texas.
Okay.
Not that I've seen. Not that I've seen. I'm telling you, like for some reason, I just can't seem to get into Texas, and it's crazy.
You know what is weird? There are like a few artists that do not come through Texas at all within the country realm that like I would love to see. And whenever I go and look at the tours, I mean, they're not even coming to Austin, and Austin's the live capital or live music capital of the world, right? Or so they say. I mean, I would compare that to Nashville. I'm like, no, but what about Nashville? You call it Music City, okay? So they're like hand in hand, but there's so many that kind of just like skip over Austin, and then like they might do something in San Antonio or they might do something in Dallas. But even some, like Luke Combs was all the way in Oklahoma. That was the closest one for me to even try to go and see. And it's just like, it's very weird. Like we've had Carrie Underwood. It's Carrie Underwood, but like, it's just, it's odd who doesn't come through here. And I'm like, I would love Old Dominion. Like, come on. I listen to her stuff all the time. That would have been cool, but
I don't know. I don't. Again, this is way above my pay grade, so I have no idea. I'm so out of the realm of booking and all that other stuff. But I know there's probably tons of research that goes into it, and there's probably some meter or some metric that says like, hey, this is where we know you'll sell tickets, and this is where we don't think you'll do so hot. So I don't know. Maybe there's something to be said about that. I don't know, but I sure
if you find that out, let me know, because I'm very intrigued like the whole behind the scenes, because I know you have to like get there and get the setup going, but like the artists just like y'all get to chill, hang out, have fun. But there's so much that goes into it. Like, have you ever gotten to kind of like see the back end of everything and learn a little bit of the behind the scenes? Like, is there anything that intrigues you about it?
Yeah, I mean, it really does take a village. The amount of people that are involved in just setting up the smallest tours is insane. From tour managers to what I'm looking for, like assistants and stagehands and all of the above, lighting, sound, the band themselves. There's so many things that go into it. The bus driver, if you decide you're taking out a bus, you know what I mean? A lot of times those guys can only drive 8 hours max, and you need to get from point A to point B sooner than that. So you got to take 2 drivers, and it's just a whole thing. There's just there's a lot of people employed when it comes to tours like that. So, I don't know. It's pretty intriguing, and then it gets really overwhelming. So I step back and be like, you know what? I'm just gonna do my thing. You guys keep doing this. You got it under control.
Well, you got to stay in the mindset of everything and be prepared for the actual show. So that makes sense.
It was really funny. I just this last time we were in Cheyenne in Wyoming, and we had a great time. It was one of the greatest bars I think we've ever played. It's called Outlaw Saloon. It's just so big. It's the biggest bar in Wyoming, but we walked in, and I wasn't sure how our set was going to go, especially with all the Latin stuff. I was just like, I don't know. There are a lot of whites out there. Gonna work. So I made the terrible, funny to me, but I made the terrible joke to try to get people engaged with the Latin stuff that we were about to do. I said, hey, y'all, I want to put to rest that hateful stereotype that white people don't know how to dance. And I said, so you guys come out here. I said, y'all, obviously I've seen y'all dance, so clearly it's just a myth, right? But it was just really funny. But I think they took it as a challenge to say, well, we're going to show this guy. And they came out and danced, and before you know, doing all the stuff all night. It was great.
I feel like the younger crowd's learning how to dance. And whenever I go see live music, it's the older white people that struggle with the beat of moving, on beat.
Yeah, they were out there, man. They were doing their thing. And at the end of the day, I'm just like, our job is to entertain. And if you had a good time, then we did it.
So and dancing is becoming so much more popular than I think it ever was within the country scene anyways right now. And it's just like, it's progressively just, I mean, it's mind-blowing how big of a dance community that there is. And those are the people that are going to be at all of those concerts, at all those events, at the dance halls, the saloons, and everything. And so it's really nice to see that, like, okay, if people can dance to your song too, it's like a win-win, because you can always listen to it, but if you can dance to it as well and have a good time there, then you have both like people loving it, the ones who do dance and the ones who don't dance. So it's awesome to know that like they were all doing it.
Yeah, no, it was a great time. We had a blast, and I'm looking forward to that. Just going and hitting different. That's probably the biggest takeaway for me from everything is going and seeing these different communities and hanging out with different people from different walks of life and different parts of the U.S. I've never done so much traveling in my life, and I feel like I'm better for it because you get cultured in all these little things that people do differently, and it's just a really cool experience. And so I'm looking forward to that, and we plan on hanging a lot when we do this tour with Old Dominion. So yeah, if you guys are close by, come hang out with us, man. It's gonna be fun.
Would love to. So you're bragging about being a good dancer now. Are you just doing salsa, cumbia, bachata? Is that what you're good at? Do you do any two-step?
Yeah, dude, I can two-step. I don't know what it is. Maybe this is wrong, but what's the correct way to spin somebody? I see a lot of people, especially like they always do like the outside spin. I always do like the inside spin. And whenever I'm trying to dance with somebody, they want to go outside and I go inside and we just get tangled up and it's terrible.
So you're not a very good lead then.
I'm a terrible lead, man. I'm terrible. I really am.
After talking all that trash.
I know. I could move the hips and all that stuff, and I could do all that to a certain extent.
I learned how to Latin dance. I started, going to the Latin scene here in Charleston and they started inviting me to their parties. And I was like, every Latin person, like, they at least know how to dance on some level. And that's what they do at every party. Is there is salsa and bachata music at every Latin party I go to. It's great.
That's pretty much it, man. That's the level of my skill.
Okay.
It's just that.
But do you want to learn something that'll help you with at least the turns?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So you turn with your left hand, right? Like if you're like holding her in frame and you spin on the left. Okay. So if you're left hand, if you take your fingers towards 10 o'clock and you're going to go out, do a halo over her head so she knows she's going to turn that way. Okay.
Oh.
And that's an outside turn. But then if you want to turn her in, you bring your hands to like a 2 o'clock and then you kind of put it more towards where her eyes are and you go across the eyes and that's how she'll do an inside spin.
And actively make the circle. Yeah. You are leading her. You have to lead her where you want her to go. You don't just hook the fingers. Actually move the hand like she said as a halo. There you go.
That's incredible. Yeah, that's a great trick. Thank you.
Yeah. You're welcome. Now you know how to spin.
Now I know how to spin. Yeah, I'm so bad. I'm so bad at it. I'm always so impressed. I really do. Sometimes I forget the lyrics sometimes because I'm just watching people dance and I'll be like, oh God, I'm supposed to be singing, but I'm so intrigued by it. I think it's an incredible skill. And you guys especially have just a skill that's insane and so beautiful to watch. And it's entertaining for me. It's entertaining.
Very nice of you.
Yeah.
Very nice of you to say.
So sweet. I've always wondered, like, do artists love watching the people actually dancing, like during their sets and whatnot? And so it's nice to hear that you do.
It is. I have I have this sort of tick where like I feed off of the energy of the crowd, right? And if it's not there and I'm having to pull teeth, like I wear that emotion on my face. I'm just like, why isn't it working? What's happening? You know what I mean? Like, let's go. But I always take it as a challenge as well. It's just like, if you're not having a good time, damn it, you're gonna, force feed you music until you dance.
My first introduction to Frank Gray, we had the fair going on at Honky Tonk. Frank just walks up on stage and he's like, I hear there's a fair across the street. We're going to make sure they can all fucking hear us. And I was like, all right. I was like, I'm down. Let's go.
That's it.
I like it.
I love it. That's I'm telling you, it's same thing as we did like at Outlaw Saloon. Like I was telling you, people were just really comfortable in their seats and we come up with this big dramatic entrance, right? And I'm just like, no. If you're not off your seats right now, this is a problem. Like we need to have a good time. And so, we got them out. It was cool. But yeah, I love that. I love that people are reacting to music. I love if you're dancing, and if you're not dancing, it lets me know as an entertainer we got to do something. Whether we change the music or we change, I don't know, we force you to drink more, whatever it is. It's like, everyone, let's take a shot. Take a shot. And eventually we get there.
Yeah. And y'all do a little bit of everything. Y'all play Jerry Lee Lewis, Great Balls of Fire, and I'm a huge Top Gun fan, so I love that one. And then you have some Latin songs. Street Lights is a big favorite of mine. And then you got some good country tunes like, Country Look Good on You. That's a banger. So I enjoy a little bit of everything for everybody on your show.
That's the idea. Matter of fact, that was one of the biggest questions that I got when I was over here shopping for a record deal, everybody, they always ask you, well, what's your sound? What's your sound? I'm like, dude, I have an eclectic style of music. I don't like to put myself in a corner and then pigeonhole myself to one particular thing. I want to be able to cover all the bases because that's what I like to hear. It's what I like to listen to. It's what I like to play. And that's what I want the show to reflect. And so we do that, not intentionally, but it happens naturally. We do something that we play music that we like to play. And if people are just like, hey, it's so different because you guys do everything, it's because everyone we're trying to entertain ourselves at the same time. So yeah, our sound is a little bit of everything, especially the upcoming album that I'm gonna drop hopefully sometime early this year, March, April, something like that.
Okay, yeah, all right.
It's got everything, man. It's got like hardcore chicken picking country music all the way to just the sexy vibe and the Latin stuff and the ballad. It's got everything. It's got absolutely, and it's the best representation of music that I've ever created, and I'm really excited to hear that. It's going to be really cool.
Well, if there's a really good country picking one for us to line dance to, you let me know. We're ready. Oh, yeah. We'll create a line dance for it and everything.
There is. There's a song called "Back Before My Time," and it celebrates pretty much all our country music heroes, and it's just really cool. It's basically just I want to take this time machine and just go back to when country music was country, and it's just really, really rocking. So cool.
Now, Frank, we do have like 2 minutes left. So I did want to ask you about you singing the national anthem for the Titans the other week. And you got to meet Jerry Jones. So if you can tell us a quick little story from that and what you and Jerry talked about.
Dude, I was so I didn't even know he was going to be there. So it was just really awesome. He's such an icon, such a legend. And I shook his hand, and it was so awkward because I had the Tennessee Titans jersey on. And I was like, oh, I'm going to sing the national anthem. He said, well, thank you very much. And congratulations. And thank you for your talents. And I said, thank you for your talents. Okay, bye. Just so weird, dude. Like just a face plant. It was so crazy. But yeah, it was such an incredible experience, man. The national anthem is great anytime we get to do it. But on that scale, there's nothing that makes me shit my pants more than singing the national anthem in front of 50,000 people. It's because you're going to go viral if you mess it up for all the wrong reasons, you know?
Yeah.
Which maybe I should. I could use some growth in my social media. I should just shit the bed one day.
All publicity is good publicity, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Well, that's awesome, brother. Well, we really appreciate you coming on, man. It was good talking to you.
Great talking to you guys. We can do this anytime, man. It's
scheduled. Well, when the songs come out, like,
let us
ready.
Know. We'll do one again in April. Just let us know.
I'm ready.
On my TikTok, brother.
Yeah, we'll see, man. I titled the first EP "Get You Some" because, again, that's a phrase that I say all the time. It's like, get you some, get you some. But it was also in a weird way, like saying, hey, get you some, because we're only releasing some of the music. And I was like, oh, that's so clever, Frank, idiot. Anyway, but if you guys have any thoughts, the point I'm trying to make is, you have any thoughts for my upcoming album, what we should call it, let a brother know. It'd be fun.
We'll think about it. Give us a week.
Okay.
Yeah, it'd be cool. I think I always thought that was kind of cool, just to maybe get the fan engagement on that and see what they think. Would be. Yeah. So we'll see. So if you guys have any ideas, start brainstorming, because I might do a post about that later on when we get ready to release music and see what people think, and just go from there.
I'm down.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna get back,
brother,
and hopefully
the
best,
good, brother. All right, man. We'll talk soon,
Thanks
brother. Take it easy.
We'll see y'all. Adios.
See you, bud.
Bye-bye.